Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you joined me, and this is going to be like one of the first of series about me decluttering some of my makeup. And this is all going to be about my like illuminating, highlighting palettes, bronzers. Some of this stuff is older, and some of it's in my everyday makeup drawer. Some of it's brand new that I haven't even opened yet. So if you want to continue to watch this decluttering video, just stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing is going to be this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. This is kind of older, and I really don't use this a whole lot. I've used it a few times. It's very powdery and you know, just kind of chalky, and I don't really care for it. So I'm going to declutter that. Put it over here. This is one of my newer ones. This is a Jeffree Star. This is the King Tut Skin Frost, and I really do like this a lot. It's very soft and smooth, and the highlight is just to die for. And I'm going to swatch on it if you can see that. I don't know if you can tell by the way this light is, but it's just so pretty on the skin. I really like it a lot, and this is my only Jeffree Star highlighter, and I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm going to put that right there. This one is this Milani Strobe Light Afterglow Luminescence number 01, and this one's really pretty on the skin. I really like this. I've had this for a little while. It's not wet looking or anything like that, but it does give you a real pretty glow, so I'm going to keep that. This is something that I kind of got on the YouTube train, the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette. This is one that, you know, all the YouTubers are raving about, and honestly, I haven't even used it yet. So I'm going to keep it, try that out. And so why I bought that one, I bought this other one. It's called I'll Have a Cosmo, and so I haven't used this one either. So I'm going to keep that one. This is a Wet n Wild Illuminator Stick, and when I first got this, I tried to use it in the whole stick. You can, I don't know if it's going to focus or not, but the stick just kind of like mushed. See it? So I never even have used this, but it doesn't look like it's going to, I mean, it shows up on the skin, but it just doesn't look like it's very glowy or anything. But anyway, I'm gonna say no to that. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips, and I think I've used this a couple of times. It doesn't have a lot of glow to it to me, and so I think I'm just gonna pass on that. This Essence Pure Nude highlighter that everyone raved about, it's okay. It's not like to die for or anything like that, but it's so soft, but it's very kind of, to me, it's powdery. You know, it's a powdery feeling on my skin. It's for a very soft highlight. It's not anything that's super like you want to really, you know, bam effect. It's very subtle. I'm still kind of on the fence about this, so I'm just going to keep it for a little bit longer. This is something new that I got. This was in some kind of, might have been Sephora, like with my points. I'm not really sure, but this is by Tarte, and this one is called Stunner, the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Highlighter, and I've been using this for a couple of, I'd say a couple of weeks now, and I love it. So I would buy a full size in this. It's really pretty on the skin. I don't know if you can see that. My lighting is not so great. I didn't set up my lighting or anything like that. I'm just right here by my vanity. But I'm going to keep that. And I didn't know it, but I actually have 2 of those Essence highlighters, and I guess that's what happens sometimes. You'll buy duplicates. So I'm going to pass that along to somebody. This is one that I got in a beauty box of some sort. I don't know if it was a Sephora play box or if it was an Ipsy bag. I'm not sure, but this is by Luna. It's called Luna Highlighter in Calypso. I've never even opened this, so I'm going to keep it and try it. These are 2 when they first came out, Precious Petals and Crown of My Canopy by Wet n Wild, and I really like both of these, so these are definitely staying. Now, these are e.l.f. and I have some more e.l.f. I think I got all of these. Blush Gems. Does that say all Blush Gems? No, this one's Moonlight Pearls. And this one is Pink Diamonds. So I have all 3 of these and I have yet to use them. So I'm going to keep those and try them. This is a Laura Geller highlighter, and I've never used this either. I got this probably in some kind of bag of some sort, and it's another one of those powdery ones. It doesn't look like it's going to show up on my skin. I'm going to pass on that. Highlight. I did just get this one. This is the Casey Holmes Smashbox palette, the Spotlight palette in Pearl. They're okay, but they're kind of glittery on my face. This is the one that I like the most, which is Turn It On Pearl. I like this one the most. These 2, but like I said, they're kind of glittery on the face. I have the By the Balm, the Manizer Sisters, the Luminizers. So I have all of these, and this is Betty Luminizer, Cindy Luminizer, and Mary Luminizer. Mary Luminizer, of course, being the most popular. This one is more, I would say, more of a contour or a bronzer. So, but I'm keeping that one. Our Makeup Revolution Pro Illuminate. Yeah, Pro Illuminate highlighter. And it's nice. I like it. It's very pigmented and it gives you that kind of sparkle, more of a gold color. I like that one. I'm going to keep that. And I guess that's all of my highlighters. The rest of these I think are all bronzers. Yeah. Oh, I do have this Mega Cushion, Wet n Wild Mega Cushion highlighter, illuminator, and I've never used this either. In fact, it's still sealed, so I'm going to have to try that. I'm going to keep that. Okay, so now we're moving on to my bronzers. So I've decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my highlighters. And, okay. So let's start with this Wet n Wild, and I just tried this the other day. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour. I absolutely love this. I put this on, and it's the cushion kind, like the cushion foundation. They have like a whole line of cushion makeup, and so you just kind of like I took a beauty blender or a sponge and dipped it in there and applied it on my face, and it blended out really, really smoothly. I really liked it a lot, and I complimented it to one of my friends and told her how much I really, really liked it. And I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did, but it worked out pretty well. So I'm definitely going to keep this. This is by Fiona Styles, and this is a light to medium sheer sculpting palette. And I got these at Ulta. They were having a sale, half price. I think they're still half price. Hope you can see that. The lighting is not so great, but I love these. This one's really, really pretty, and sometimes I'll use this on my underneath my my brow bone, and just as a highlight for that. And these are great to contour with, and they're very good for very fair skin. So I really like that. I want to say it was probably maybe $10 to $14. I'm not sure, but like I said, check it out on Ulta. Fiona Styles makeup was all half price. So I'm going to keep that. And this is one of my favorites. It's the Cocoa Contour Chiseled to Perfection by Too Faced. I love this. And it's got, you know, full mirror on it. Highlighters, and then it's got the two different colors. It's got the warmer tone and the cool tone, which is the medium cocoa. This is the dark cocoa, and yes, they all smell like chocolate. Came with this little bitty brush. This was, you know, this is pretty, I want to say I've had this probably for a year or longer, but it's so good. I'm not tossing it out. I really like this a lot. I use it every once in a while, but I'm keeping it. That there. Okay, and this is another one of these Wet n Wild. Now this is the contour stick, and I have not used this stick yet, but I'm thinking it looks pretty good. I'll see how that blends out. I'm going to try it. This is pretty new, I think, by Fit Me by the Maybelline brand. And this is a bronzer, and I have opened it, but I have not used this yet. Feels kind of powdery. It doesn't even want to come off on my hands. I don't know about this. I mean, I'm definitely rubbing this, and it's barely coming off. Maybe it's one of those things where you have to scratch the surface of it, and then it'll be okay. I don't know. I'm going to try it out. I did get this. This is pretty new. This is the Bronze Booster, and it's okay. I mean, it's not anything to brag about. I mean, lately I haven't found anything major to brag about, but I've used, I want to say, this warmer tone one, and it was okay. You know, it's pretty soft, pretty fine milled, and it did okay as a bronzer. And I haven't used either one of these, so, but I'm going to keep it and continue to try that. This is one of my favorites, and now this is a sample, but I have some full size of these. And this is my Hoola bronzer, and I love this. And I use this sometimes even as like a foundation, you know, like a base powder on my eyes. I really like this a lot, and I don't have the light one. I was thinking about trying the light one. It was supposed to be for fair skin, but this one is one of my favorites here. This is e.l.f. contour palette, and this one is pretty old. I really like it, but it's getting pretty old, so I'm gonna declutter that. Here is another one. This is a Milani Baked Bronzer in the color 09 Dolce, and I have a Dolce blush by them, but I haven't even used this, so I'm going to try this out, see how it does. And of course, a favorite, everybody loves this, and I do too. I really like it. It blends out really well, and I have used this and used this, and I mean, it's like just never ending. And I think it came with a little brush that I've never even used, and it does smell very tropical smell. I really like that. And this is my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, which I really, really love. I'm not getting rid of this. This is like a repurchase. I think this is probably my second or third repurchase of this one. I really like it a lot. This one is another Too Faced. This one's called the Beach Bunny Custom Blend Bronzer, which I really like. And I'm not getting rid of this one either. They both smell so good. Let's see. I have this Milani All Over Glow Bronzer. And I think I've used this a couple of times. And it's really nice. I like it. I'm keeping that. This one is another Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and it's called Ticket to Brazil. Ticket to Brazil. Can't even get this thing open. I don't think I've even used this thing. Am I opening it the right way? Let's see. Paper is still on this thing. You know, that's what happens sometimes. You never even use this ever. Never even swatched it. This is like the first time, and it's pretty light. Huh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, never even used this. This is the first time I even touched it. It's pretty soft. So I'm gonna try that out. This is, of course, another e.l.f. product, and this is the Illuminating Palette, which I think I've used maybe one time, and it wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't like the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. So I'm gonna still continue to use that. I'm put that with my highlighters. This one I really loved. This was my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and I use this so freaking much. This was like kind of to contour or bronze with, and then this side I would set my under eye with. It was such a great, you know, like the banana powders or something like that. This was so good to set my under eye. Didn't crease or anything like that. So, but it's kind of seen its last days, and I think I've repurchased this, and I probably have a new one in my drawer, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Another e.l.f. contour palette, never even opened, still in the package. I think I like e.l.f. a lot. And this is a bronzer palette by e.l.f. Never used it, never swatched it, nothing. So, need to use that. This is my NYX Palette Professional Highlight and Contour, which I absolutely love. I love this. This is a repurchase for me. The first time I got it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I really love this. This has like highlighters in it, a banana powder. You can set your under eye, contour, bronze. I mean, everything with this palette, all in one. So I'm gonna keep that. The next thing is this, which I've never even opened. It's by NYC Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder and Bronzer. I've never used this at all. So I'm definitely, it's still sealed. Still sealed. Still has plastic on it. So I'm going to keep that to try that. Oh, and this is another favorite of mine. This is the Too Faced Baked Luminous Bronze Powder, or glow bronzer, and I love this. This one is so nice. It's the perfect color. It goes on so well. It blends like a dream, and this is in Sweet Tea. Too Faced has some really amazing products. I really like Too Faced. And then I have two of these Wet n Wild Geometric Highlighting Powders. I've never used these at all, ever. Never, ever. Geometric Highlighting Powder. Let's see if they have like a color on them. Okay, this one is Where the Dreamers Go. And this was kind of one of these monochromatic or unicorn looking one. Has those different colors in it. This one is in Desert Explorations. So, not really sure if this is a blush bronzer kind of situation where it has the color to it, but I'm going to keep them. I haven't even opened these yet. And then last but not least, is my Marc Jacobs. I love this. Tantastic. This is the Omega Bronzer Coconut Perfect Tan limited edition. Got this at Sephora and I love it. It goes on like a dream. I have used this. I've got this a couple of weeks ago and I have used this so much. And to me, it doesn't smell all like coconuts or anything like that, but it doesn't have an awful smell to it. But I love it on my skin. It blends so well, and it's great for fair complexion. And I think there's a lot of people raving about this, and people with darker skin tone, they've used this, they like it. So I think you have to have a softer touch for the fair skin, and then of course if you have a darker complexion, you just want to put it on a little bit heavier. But other than that, I mean, it's just amazing. You need to definitely try this Marc Jacobs out. It says limited edition. I don't know if they had it in the stores a couple of weeks ago. You might want to try to see. I don't know when it's supposed to leave the Sephora stores, but yeah. So anyway, that's all of my highlighters and that's all of my bronzers. I don't really have a lot. I'm more of a blush and lipstick and eyeshadow palette person, and so, but this is it, and I will take a picture of the things that I decluttered. I didn't really do too well. I only decluttered a few things because there's so many things that I just love makeup, and it's so hard for me to part with it, and I just like to continue using this. But I'm going to try to clean out my drawer and only put a few things in it, and mainly this is what these videos are for, because my drawers are so cluttered, and so I'm trying to just kind of reorganize everything in my everyday makeup drawer. I want to kind of switch some things out. So anyway, stay tuned, and I will be doing some more decluttering series. If you like these decluttering videos, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys again. Thanks. Love y'all.